Hello and welcome back to another VegInspired video. I'm your host, Kathy. I'm a plant-based lifestyle and mindset coach and 3-time cookbook author and the CEO and founder of VegInspired. And I am so excited today to help you make an amazing, tasty black bean burger recipe that's ready in under 30 minutes. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is into our food processor, we are going to put 1.5 cups or 1 can of drained and rinsed black beans. So these have been drained and rinsed. They are homemade, so it's 1.5 cups. We're also going to put 1 cup of shredded carrot. Now I shredded mine in the food processor, but you could easily buy shredded carrots from the grocery store, speeding up this recipe. Next, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of miso paste. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now, if you like yours spicy or you want another twist, you could substitute that smoked paprika, or just in addition to, use a chipotle powder, a little bit of cayenne, or something along those lines to spice it up a little bit. I'm a baby mouth, so I don't put a lot of spicy stuff in my food. Next, we're going to add half a cup of old-fashioned rolled oats. Then we're going to add 2 more tablespoons of old-fashioned rolled oats. So it's a half a cup plus 2 tablespoons. Now, Sohm Foods is one of the VegInspired partners. Now I partner with brands rather than have advertisers on the VegInspired.com website. You can always check out our partner page and shop from some of our partners. That gives a kickback to us without costing you any additional money. So Sohm Foods is one of our partners, and they graciously gifted us some Sohm tahini. Now I love their tahini. It is easy to use. It's easy to stay stirred. It doesn't get all dried in the bottom. And you can find it at a lot of different grocery stores. You can order it on Amazon. So I'll put a link to the Sohm tahini on Amazon in the description below for you. But thanks to our friends at Sohm Foods, we're going to add a tablespoon of tahini to this recipe. Now, another one of our partners are Foods Alive. We love their nutritional yeast because it's not fortified, so you don't have any of those B vitamin or vitamin tastes. It's a nice clean nutritional yeast. And for that, we're going to use about 1/4 of a cup. So I'm just gonna do half of my half cup, because my 4th cup is dirty, right? It's real life in the VegInspired kitchen. So this is half of my half cup, which is 1/4 of a cup. Get a little math in there too if you've got your kids watching. I'm a former school teacher, so I love to be able to share some math. Let me know if you like that in the comments. Okay, we've got everything in here. There's no salt, no pepper. You could add that to taste if you eat those things. The miso does give it that nice salty flavor. And now we're going to do the secret, the magic. We are going to process this, but we're not going to over process it. One of the biggest flaws, or one of the biggest mistakes I see people make, us included, we made this mistake too, is over processing your veggie burgers, so then they become mush and fall apart. So we want this perfectly processed to the nice texture so that we can make nice veggie burgers that stay together in our buns. To do that, we are going to pulse this in our food processor 20 times. Now a pulse is about 1 second count. So 1 1,000, 2 1,000. So I'm gonna play some music so you don't have to listen to this food processor, but we're gonna do it 20 times. We're gonna scrape down the sides halfway. So after the 10th one, we'll scrape down the sides. Ready? Oh, the smell is incredible. So your texture right now is, I mean, it's a ball. Like, you could ball this up and make it. That's only 10 times. We don't want to over process this. We don't want it to get too mushy. Now, you could probably stop here if you really wanted to, if you wanted it to be a little chunky. I was gonna go 10 more times just to pulse up a couple of these oats a little bit more and some of these beans. But again, the whole thing, I think one of the issues we have with veggie burgers is we overprocess them and make them into a mush. So let's give it 10 more pulses. Okay, look at this. It balls together perfectly. It's gonna make the perfect non-mushy black bean burgers. Guys, this could be a cute little slider. If you're whipping these up for the Super Bowl, you could make little sliders. So now you know my secret for making the perfect veggie burger. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide this veggie burger mix into about 4 equal patties, or equal pieces. And we'll be able to better see once we've pattied them up if they're equal. If you want more of these burgers, you could double this recipe. If you wanna make smaller patties, if you don't love the size of the patty that I'm gonna make, you can do that yourself. Like, the beauty of this is now you've got the perfect veggie burger mix, perfect black bean veggie burger mix, and you can do with it whatever you want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna ball it up. I want it to be in a nice ball. I want the texture to be there. Then I'm just gonna patty it into the perfect burger. Now, if you've made veggie burgers before and you're like, oh my gosh, that stays together so well, my veggie burgers fall apart, or my veggie burgers are like a giant mush, or, you know, whatever you're saying about veggie burgers, it's because we overprocess them. And you all, I am just as guilty. How do you think I figured this out? Because I stopped processing when I saw that they could be formed into the perfect patty. Like, these are forming perfectly. There's no mush. There's no curiosity as to, is it gonna fall apart? Nope, it's gonna cook up perfectly in the oven. And then you could throw it on the grill because it's gonna hold its shape, it's gonna hold its texture, and it's gonna be the best black bean burger you've ever had. Now again, since the Super Bowl is coming up just right after we post this, or maybe you're watching this in the summertime looking for a burger recipe for your picnics, you can bake these ahead of time and then heat them up on the grill, throw them in the air fryer, whatever you need to do to cook them. So, or whatever you need to do to reheat them. So, the cool thing is you could take this recipe and you could make black bean sliders for the Super Bowl, and you could just throw those little sliders right into the air fryer when people are ready to eat them, and they can make their own little black bean veggie burger, and you have all the toppings. So it's perfect. I mean, this is amazing. I'm so excited to share these with you. Okay. So you can see I put these burgers on a parchment lined baking sheet. To get them all cooked up tasty for you, we are gonna preheat our oven or heat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're gonna bake these for 10 minutes. We're gonna flip them over and we're gonna bake them for an additional 10 minutes. So keep watching. They're looking good. Oh. So this is the hardest part, I would say, is flipping them without messing them up. So just a gentle turn and flip. Just remember that the pan is hot. And then they'll go back into our 350 degree oven for 10 more minutes. Okay, so they're firm to the touch. The edges are a little crispy. That's what you're looking for. Now, we're gonna build these burgers with just common burger toppings, but the options for this are endless. You could do our homemade barbecue sauce, which is in the 30-minute whole food plant-based cookbook. There's links in the description for my cookbooks. With pineapple, you could have thrown some pineapple rings right on this sheet pan and roasted them while you were doing this. You could have thrown some onions on here and roasted in like a nice caramelized or grilled onion. You could do a cashew aioli. You could make this like a Mexican style burger and do guacamole and pico or street corn. I mean, you could do anything you can do to a burger, you can do to these black bean burgers. They're so good. So I'm gonna make just some simple burgers, one for me, one for John. And well, I'm just gonna make mine. John's gonna make his own, but I'm gonna make these simple burgers for us. We're each gonna have one. And then, yeah, so we're gonna start with some mixed greens. I like to put my lettuce on the bottom, and I also like to crunch it up a little bit. And I'm gonna grab one of these burgers. Look, the patties staying together nice. I love that, that's my favorite part. I'm gonna throw on some pickles because I love pickles. I love pickles. I'm gonna throw on some tomatoes. Those probably should have gone on the bottom too. And then we made these yummy pickled onions. I'm gonna put those on top. This is gonna be a big, big burger. And then I'm gonna do a little ketchup. I like to put my sauces on the bun. Tiny bit of mustard. Mustard's not my favorite, not as much as I like pickles. Then we'll just mix it together and make it kind of orange. Yeah, totally type A. Let's stick this guy over here. Lots of pickles. I love pickles. Then we'll put our burger on. Look at that loaded burger, you guys. I'm using a Dave's Killer bun, but we've also eaten these on Ezekiel English muffins. You could eat them on a tortilla and like a wrap. You could eat them on a pita bread. We're also going to show you a burger bowl that's inspired by a restaurant. So that'll be like just a video at the end of a clip at the end of this video that we put together. But I am so excited for this amazing, easy, perfect black bean veggie burger, and I hope you are too. In full veg inspired fashion, let's mush it down and give it a taste. Let's give it a taste and test the stick togetherness of the burger. The flavor of the burger is so good. You can really taste that smoky paprika. The burger's staying together. It's not falling apart. Pieces aren't jumping out. Like this piece that was even a little bit of falling apart is not jumping out. Like it's really just sticking together. You could also top this with hummus. You could top it with your own garlic cashew aioli. We do have a cashew aioli or garlic aioli recipe on YouTube. I'll put that in the link in the description below. You could put that on like as a vegan mayo. But yeah, this is so good. So excited. I hope you love this recipe. Let me know in the comments if this is new information, if this like secret to making the perfect veggie burger of not overmixing it is new to you. Let me know. All right, let's make the best black bean burger veggie bowl. We're gonna start with some mixed greens and sprouts that were tossed in a little seasoned rice vinegar and a little pepper. Then we're gonna add some roasted potatoes that we cooked up in the air fryer. Next, we'll add some cut grape tomatoes. Then we're gonna add a delicious coleslaw mix, which is purple cabbage and carrots tossed in seasoned rice vinegar with a little bit of salt, sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, and some dill. Next, we'll add some dill pickles, and then we will put on our beautiful black bean burger, and then to that we will add a nice drizzle of organic ketchup, one of my favorites. You could also add your, you could do mustard, you could do a cashew aioli, and then to that we're going to add a tasty red pepper cashew aioli. This is our cashew aioli with a couple of roasted red bell peppers added to it. Oh my gosh, this burger bowl is so delicious. Last up, a few pickled onions, and then we get to eat it. Until next video, eat more plants and live veg inspired. Bye.